Hello, my fellow grievers. This is Kelly with your reading for today. How are we doing on our journey? I know this journey is really tough. Whether you're new to the grieving or you've been in this journey for a long time, I would like to hear your thoughts. I'd like to know what tricks of the trade you're using to get you through each and every day. Today, we're going to start with some Talking from Heaven tarot cards. Look at these beautiful sunflowers. I have no more earthly worries. So know that all the things that they worried about here in the physical form is not even a thought in their mind anymore. Any arguments, any struggles with finances, health, emotions, divorce, their grief journey, they're not worried about that anymore. That doesn't plague them anymore. The things that plague them here is not something they took on to the other side. Where they are, they're very happy. They're in the beautiful warmth, light. They are surrounded by love. They're not struggling with worrying. If we had someone in our life that was a worrier, was always had a lot of anxiety, mental health issues, separation issues, whatever the case is, that's not an issue for them anymore. So we can just put that aside and know that they are perfectly at peace. They're not all upset in regards to what they were handling here in the physical. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. This is huge because here in the physical, we stop ourselves from expressing love, from expressing all the things that we feel inside, because sometimes within our culture, it's not acceptable to be love and light and running around hugging on people and telling them how much they mean to us. We always keep things close to the chest because we don't want to get hurt. There's a lot of different reasons why people don't express how much love they actually have for us here in the physical. When they get over to the other side and they don't have any worries, they don't feel like they're going to be criticized for how they express their love to their loved ones. They are like, I really shouldn't have cared what other people thought. I should have just told you how much I loved you. I should have held your hand in public. I should have gave you more affection. But for whatever reason, whatever they were holding back, whatever they were trying to protect themselves from, prevented them from doing so. We all have that one family member that will love you to the ends of the earth, but they will not say it. They show it through their actions, or they'll give you a nod here and there because they're very quiet and they keep everything in. Just know on the other side, they're just bursting at the seams to tell you how much they love you, but we physically can't hear them the way we used to. So there's a disconnect. That's where we need to close our eyes and allow that energy to come in and allow our hearts to feel it, allow our minds to shut down and know that that's them. Because our minds will play tricks on us and will try to explain away the feelings we're having or the visions or the dreams. Oh, I love this. We are so connected. We are all connected by energy. Energy in love is where we keep our bond alive when they cross over. Okay, so we need to remember that as we sit here in the depths of our grief, we are still connected to our loved ones on the other side. They hear what we're saying. They know our thoughts. They know what's in our heart. They don't want to see us suffer because they're not suffering over there. They're living their best soul life right now. All the earthly demands and issues, it's all gone. It's like poof. You're sitting in a beautiful field of sunflowers, feeling just so complete, so loved, so honored, just with the energy around them, and know that they wish that they could convey that energy through the love the way we can understand it. So we have to open our minds a little bit more and know with our intuition when that's them, what they're telling us. Embrace those moments. when you feel that love and that grace from them, when you chuckle at a photo or a video of them doing something silly, know that that's them being present with us at that moment, because they are connected to us. That's not going to stop. That's never going to end. We just have to change our mindset in the way we interpret the messages a little bit more and be confident in what we're seeing, in what we're hearing, and what we're feeling. I know it's not easy because our minds play tricks on us and we want to be logical about all the things that are happening. But if we just sit quietly, we can feel our loved ones come through. Never judge another is coming through as part of the message. And this is where we don't want to judge ourselves too harshly or other people too harshly for their actions, maybe how they grieve or don't grieve, the things they're saying and doing on the earthly plane that may be hurtful in regards to our process and our journey. A lot of times when someone deals with a griever, and I've experienced this, they'll say something just off the cuff, no filter, and then they reflect upon it later on and they go, I'm really sorry that I said that. That was insensitive of me. Nobody knows how we feel. Nobody is inside our hearts and our minds when we're going through the grieving process. I personally never know if someone's going to say to me, I'm going to blow off and be like, it's no big deal, or if it's going to trigger me in my grief and I'm going to dwell upon that. So we need to not judge others, how they act and how around us, especially because this is uncharted territory. If we don't know how we're going to react to a particular situation or comment, how are other people going to understand how to communicate with us? And I've had to tell several people, don't filter yourself around me. If you say something that I find is triggering, I'll let you know. But day to day and moment to moment, I truly have no idea what's going to upset me. Sometimes things will be said in front of me and I don't even comprehend that it should be a trigger. And I have family members and loved ones that are like, oh, I shouldn't have said that to her. And if they have the relationship that with me that they can actually speak freely, and they're not just like maybe coworkers or somebody in the grocery store that kind of knows your business but not really, you can have an honest conversation about that. Appreciate your talents. So when we go into the grieving, we shut down, we close our worlds, we don't want to deal with people, we don't want to do our favorite things, and it takes a while for you to be able to get back into the swing of things and appreciate who you are, do the things that you love, reach out to other people. But we have to keep that in our forefront, that that's where we're going back to. That's where our families are supporting us in. That's where our loved ones want to go, because our talents are our outlets. And if we don't allow ourselves the outlets to grieve, to speak, to bring up their name, we're just going to make our lives smaller and not bigger. And we want to take our loved ones on this journey because they know what we're doing and what we're saying and what we're feeling. And if we sit in our homes and not do anything, they're going to get bored with us. To be honest, they're real. I don't mean to be funny about it, but it's true. They're going to be like, hey, you've been sitting in the house all week. It's a beautiful day. Go outside. I want to see something other than your four walls. I want to see life through your eyes. Show me something new. And kindness counts. This is for yourself. You need to give yourself grace. You need to give yourself patience. You need to be kind to yourself. You would give all of that to someone else that was grieving. You need to give it to yourself too. And I know that's really hard because we expect more out of ourselves than we do other people. We will give people 100 different chances. We will forgive things that should not be forgiven in a certain aspect. We will give other people that grace and that love and that support. You need to do it for yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. My best friend, Shannon, She tells me all the time to give myself more grace when I get frustrated with myself, when I'm having a bad day, when holiday will come around and I'll have a hard time, functioning like a normal person. And she's like, it's okay. Be kind to yourself. Do what your body needs to do. Do what your brain needs to do. Because there are times that we can go out there and pretend that we have the grief in a certain controlled factor. And then there's other times that grief is just all over us and there's nothing we can do to fight that energy. And we just have to allow it to happen. But during those moments, please be kind. Please allow yourself that space, self-care, put on a movie, read a book, do something to honor your loved one. Allow that energy to disperse because it's going to come in waves. It's going to be harder on one day and a little lighter on another day. And we have to just ride the wave. And we have to ride the wave together, guys, because this journey, people don't talk about grief enough. People don't express it enough. People don't acknowledge it enough. We put it away, think we should be over it in a certain time frame, and that's just really not the case. Grief will come and bite us in the butt at the least time that you expect it. Washing the dishes, for instance, you may just start crying, because you had a thought, you had a smell, it reminded you of your loved one. Whatever the case is, embrace it and be kind. Now we're going to pull some regular cards from a traditional deck because I want to see the numbers. I want to see if this resonates with you with maybe a birth date, an anniversary date, any kind of number that you see on a regular, or maybe something that will actually speak to you in regards to your loved one. So let me know in the comments if this is resonating. We have an ace, which would be a 1. We also have a 4. We have 1 and 4. Now, the ace can also be an 11. So if we're talking about the 11th month or the 11th day, well, there's an 11 in maybe their social security number, their address, what have you. That's what we're looking for. And then we have 9. So we have 1, 4, 9 or 11, 4, 9. Let me know how that resonates with you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I really do appreciate it. And remember, be kind to yourself today. Take care.